Did you know that we have an active opponent plotting our destruction? I once heard about a hunter who spent hours tracking a lion on a big game expedition in Africa. When he finally had his prey cornered and was prepared to pull the trigger, something told him to turn around. And to his horror, he saw another lion about to pounce on him. The irony is obvious, isn't it? The hunter had spent hours hunting his prey, not realizing that he too was being hunted. And you know, we are all hunting something. Some hunt wealth, others hunt indulgence, still others hunt significance. But as we hunt these things, someone hunts us. We have an adversary who is stalking us and will not rest until he has completely destroyed us. In fact, the Apostle Peter warns us of that. In 1 Peter 5 and verse 8, he said this. He said, "Our opponent, our adversary, the devil, prowls about like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour." But you see, to be kept from being devoured by this enemy, Paul reminds us that we must put on the full armor of God. In fact, he said in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12, he says, "We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." And he says, then because of these enemies, he says, I want you to put on that full armor of God. And friends, if we're going to withstand this enemy, then we must every day get up and we must put on the full armor of God. We need to put on that helmet of salvation and that breastplate of righteous living. We must have around our waist that belt of truthful living. And we must have our feet shod with the gospel of peace, because we have made peace with God. Friends, our heart must know the peace of God. And then we must take up that shield of faith, that shield that is able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. Hey, listen, we have an enemy who is hunting us. But friends, we can stand against him as we put on the armor of God. May the Spirit of God take the word of God and bless you with it today.